Good noon everyone, welcome back to your beloved Drawback Chess Speedrun series, the best 100% win rate chess series in the world. And without any further ado, let's get into today's content. Today we're climbing from 7700 to 7800 rating points, eye for an eye. If your opponent captures, you must capture on your next move, or lose. Aha! Very manageable, and also not the first time I've gotten this drawback. Reveal drawback to opponent. E4. E5. Bishop C4. So I basically just play this game like a normal game. The only downside is that I cannot be the one to initiate a trade. We'll play a casual positional game. Knight H6. Okay, that is very suspicious. There is a drawback that says something like you must always have more or equal pieces on the rim as your opponent, which fits in perfectly with Knight H6. But when I think about it, that drawback should actually be harder than my drawback, which is pretty much almost impossible as I'm playing at 7700 ELO. The way this website works is that it pairs two people with different ELOs and the ELO gap will decide the difficulty difference. Therefore there shouldn't be anyone with a harder drawback than mine. I'll just ignore Knight H6 for now. D3. C6. Knight C3. D6. Okay, that is a bit too slow. Let's just start some chaos right now. Queen H5. Queen F6. Bishop G5. This is about to get very tactical. Never mind. That blunders a rook. G takes H5. Bishop takes H8. Resignation. Your opponent's drawback was rook buddies. You can't move your rooks until you've connected them. Okay, so by taking one rook I'm actually capturing the other one as well. I'll say that resignation makes sense. Second game, let's go. Unlucky, can't move to half of squares, re-randomized every move. Aha. Very annoying, but revealing this to my opponent doesn't even do anything. Heck, even I don't know what's gonna happen next. Reveal drawback to opponent. D4. My opponent counter revealed. Stir crazy. If you haven't moved your king 4 turns in a row, you must move it on the 5th. Okay, we do have some chances here, but it turns out that I cannot push any of my center pawns. Knight F6. Knight C3. Still cannot push a center pawn. What is going on? Knight A6. E4. Aha. That is 3 moves in a row. One more move and he will have to move his king on move 5. Therefore this is the perfect time to do something. Knight G4. Oh no, my horsey. After Queen G4 I can attack his queen. He has to move his king and I take the woman. He knows it. Okay, we get a guy that moves his king after 3 moves instead of 4. This guy seems to actually know how to play this game. I can already see I'm in trouble here. D5, buying a tempo. I need to be more aggressive. The longer the game gets, the worse position I get, as the 50-50 will damage me more than his king moves. He decides to not letting me out. Bishop F5. F3. Aha. That is 2 moves. Since this guy actually knows how to play the game, we'll need to set up a deeper tactical line here. Knight F6. The plan is very simple. E takes F6 third move, bishop takes C2, queen takes C2 is the 4th move. Knight before I win his queen as he has to move the king. Perfect. No. No. There is a 50% chance that the C2 square is chosen and he got it. And even worse, I actually also cannot even recapture the pawn. What is going on? Queen D6. This is going very wrong very quickly. Somehow I feel like that pawn is gonna get chosen for the rest of the game. He moves the king to keep it safe. And I still cannot take that pawn. I'll castle away to be safe. F takes G7. What is this engine? Rook G8. It's fine. He can take my bishop. The pawn survived 4 moves in a row, so the 5th one has to be. Bishop takes C2. At least this gives me a double attack at his queens, and I mean as long as he doesn't go Queen D8 check getting defended by the engine. The game is still on. I'm not gonna swear, as a long-time Gacha player I do know winning 50-56 times in a row is a thing. That was very messed up. I'm gonna have to have some questions with the admins of this website. But anyway, third game, let's go. Obsession. Every turn, pick a random square. If you can move to it, you must. Another random challenge. Are you serious? Reveal drawback to opponent. Okay, but again at least my opponent doesn't know what squares I'm getting. E4. E5. My opponent counter revealed, left for dead. You can only capture to the left. Okay, I can't assure I can win, but it's like 99% win rate already. Must move to H5. Queen H5. At least this is actually a legit opening. No argument here. Knight F6. Aha. That is actually a good move. Instead of defending the e-pawn, he defended the h7 pawn because his rook cannot capture forward. But of course, I can take the e-pawn. My right is his left. I should move my queen to my left to keep her safe. Queen takes c7 looks very strong here. No. No. What is this? I swear someone from the devs has to be watching me right now and manipulate this. It is physically impossible to be this unlucky on a normal Wednesday. Queen takes f6 is forced. Bishop takes f6. a4 is forced. Well, on the bright side, at least it's not forcing me to move my king back and forth. Castle. Aha. Finally. A free move. Knight a6. Okay, in this very position, something very strange happened. As you can see, I was moving my bishop to e3, a normal development move, but for some very unknown reason, I moved it back to d2. You may be questioning what is the problem with that, as it is very much still a normal developing move. Wait a bit. d6. You see? Had I gone with bishop e3, I would have been forced to go back to d2. Literally there has to be some sort of random nature force that saved me from moving the bishop twice. Knight c3. My left is safe, we'll play on the left. b6. a5. b5. I'll take it. Rook b8. I know his rooks cannot capture forward, long castle. If my king is on the very left file, it is physically impossible for him to take my king. Bishop b7. h4 is forced. c5. That blunders a pawn. Bishop c6. Knight takes f7 is very good here, but knight h3 is kinda forced. Queen c7 defending f7. Knight f5. This is going to last for a while. I want to play on my left, but his king is on his left. It would have been easier had I still had my woman. Knight b4. That blunders a horsey. Rook b5. That looks like an intimidating move. Bishop e2. Rook e8. I'll move my king before opening up the center. Rook e5. I don't want this trade. Rooks are pretty useless. Knight e3. We're getting a lot of free moves. Maybe the engine has finally decided to work like a normal computer. a6. d4. c takes d4. And just when I need a free move the most, knight c4 is forced. Rook e6. Oh my god, the system wants me to win. King a1 is forced. Bishop takes h4. And now it wants me to blunder my rook. Rook h2 is forced. What is going on? Queen takes h2. And I rolled h2 twice in a row. Rook takes d4. h6. Knight a3 is kinda forced. I'll keep my knight here to help with my king. Sometimes the system can force king b1 leaving the a file. My knight can take the b1 square for the king. Rook b8. Bishop takes a6. Queen h1 not a check. Bishop d6. Double rook. Which is absolutely useless. Bishop b5. And my opponent resigned. Well, I mean, there wasn't much he could do anyway. 2 wins and 1 loss. Drawback chess speedrun today. 100% win rate.